Hello and welcome to another episode of Building Success, a real estate podcast. My name is Nick, and I will once again be your guide as we talk to some of the best and brightest in the worlds of real estate tech, operations, and financials from across the globe. This podcast would not be possible without listeners just like yourselves. So if you like what you hear and you'd like to hear more of it, please consider liking and subscribing on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, really wherever you listen to podcasts. We'd really appreciate it, as that helps us in the rankings and lets us know how we're doing. So today I am speaking with An Tran, who is the CEO and co-founder at Notifii. And today we spoke about the holiday season that's upcoming and ways that property managers can help deal with some of the changes that affect apartment communities around this time of year, this time where there's way more packages that are being delivered, more communications with your residents, specifically around some of the changes with weather. We talked about some of the new changes that are happening at Amazon and ways that property managers can adapt and deal to provide high-class service at their apartment communities when it may seem like it's a very busy and stressful time for them. So hope you enjoy this episode. Please be sure, again, to like or subscribe. And without further ado, here is An Tran. Well, thank you, An, so much for joining me today.
Thanks, Nick, for having me.
And before we dive right into our topic, I wanted to get a little more background on you and what brought you to the co-founding of Notifii.
Okay, yep. Well, hi, everyone. My name is An Tran. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Notifii. Before Notifii, I co-founded and subsequently sold PDO, Portable Device Outfitter. It's an online retailer and distributor of mobile device accessory. I earned my BS degree from the University of California, Davis. And I also graduated from the Sacramento Entrepreneur Academy. So how Notifii got started was from my prior business. We opened a P.O. box for our business mail to go to. And typically, for those mail, we don't check it very often. It's like every other week or so. As a lot of the time, the mail were junk. So one day, I asked my business partner, maybe we should go check our P.O. box mail. It's been over a month. We kind of fell behind checking it routinely. So he went out and checked the mail. When he came back, in his hand, he was holding a package, and on it, it had the word urgent in red, and I still vaguely recall that. And today, when he looked at me, and I said, what? They didn't bother to notify us by email or text, as text was starting to be another form of communication about our packages sitting out the P.O. box. That started the road to where we are today. So Notifii is a cloud-based package management and residence communication platform that has been serving the multifamily space since 2012. We've grown to be a trusted partner for the property management company across the country. We currently help our client manage over 1 million packages on a monthly basis. By simply keeping residents notified, we can help solve many operation challenges. Two products we offer here at Notifii is Notifii Track and Notifii Connect. Our Notifii Track allows properties to streamline their package management process and send automated email and text message upon receipt. Notifii Connect is another product. It's an online communication platform that allows the two-way texting and emailing to future, current, as well as prospect. Both of our products were created to really alleviate the anxiety and frustration that can come with notifying your residents about packages and communication amongst the neighbors.
So you're talking about Notifii and the property management industry, especially in multifamily, and that's where I wanted to steer our conversation today especially with the holidays right around the corner. There's a lot of probably changes that affect a property manager and the multifamily industry around this time of year. And from that, what are some of the major shifts or changes that you see that property managers and communities in general might start to see around the holidays?
Yeah, the holiday definitely brings a new challenge for the property manager. And this year, biggest challenge is looking like it's going to be managing packages. As Amazon just announced yesterday, they're going to provide free shipping, meaning there's literally no barrier to entry for your residents to order virtually everything online. I myself probably one of the candidates that probably gets 5 or so packages every day now, just for that convenience.
Yeah.
And most property managers have likely already seen a huge increase in the volume package they're receiving, and that's about to be even larger increase with the holidays around the corner. It's important that the team is able to manage the time and stress that managing packages can bring. There's never been a more important time to make that change now.
So let's talk about some of those changes, and the changes specifically to the needs of the resident at the property around these holidays.
So as far as the residents' needs, the holidays also brings a lot of challenge and changes for them. Tons of them might be traveling, having family over, shifting their work schedule. It can be very extremely exciting time for your residents, or it might even be a very difficult time. So it's important for your team to go the extra mile when it comes to customer service around this time. A big smile or kindness can go so far when everyone is caught up in the chaos that's a holiday brings. So sending package notification once their package has arrived can reduce that stress of both your team and the residents. It saves time for those managing and allows everyone that lives at your property to know when their package has arrived without the added stress of calling over and over again to see if it's at the office. This is the time of the year that your team would want to stay open an hour or two earlier or late to give residents more flexibility to pick up their packages. This is a common practice, is both expected and appreciated by the residents we see. Also, it's likely a time that full events, weather updates, and more. Your team will probably be getting a lot of questions and calls from residents asking about the heaters, snow piling, saying the pipeline might be frozen. It's important to make sure that every time your communication with your residents is positive. Now it's time to build and strengthen that relationship that you'll probably be talking to them quite a bit.
And so with that adjustment in talking to residents and communication, especially me, myself, being from Ohio and living in apartment communities in the snow belt, I've felt the need to communicate with my property managers over getting our driveways shoveled, being able to get my car out of inches, if not feet of snow. What are some of the things that property managers need to do to adjust to these changes?
This is the perfect time to focus on the retention, since the new lease opportunity may be down, since you'll likely be experience less turnover around the holidays, since fewer people are moving this time of year. So it's perfect time to focus on residents' retention and lease renewals. It's a great time to think critically about what's the amenities your residents are using and loving, and what things they value the most, and ask questions, get feedback, and make them feel at home. For example, don't view the packages as a burdening task, but rather as an opportunity to interact and engage with the residents. Every successful package pickup is a positive experience for the residents. Another huge shift in the multi-family industry is the expectation of communication. The residents want to feel value and informed in a timely and appropriate manner. The days of email-only communication is outdated. Texting is a must. So even my grandma is texting now, as that's kind of the trend that everybody's heading towards, and the preferred or accepted method of communication.
So talk to me about communication, and specifically maybe the best ways to communicate with your residents. And the reason I say that is, it's one thing to want to have better communication with a resident, but that also might seem like too much communication for some residents who may not want to get as much contact with their property managers as possible. So how do you balance the new technologies with possibly being too invasive to the resident?
Yeah, great question. So I want to say there's really no right or wrong answer to this, as a lot of it depends on property's demographic and circumstance. Metrics such as open rates and unsubscribe rates will be key indicator of how effective your communication is. So if your open rates begins to drop or unsubscribe rates begin to rise, that's a good indicator that your messages are not relevant or too frequent. So you want to adjust to that. Another way to manage communication with your residents is through a branded community app. This allows residents to be in control of the communication of what is going on in their community. By offering an app has now become a value amenities and a step towards smart home technologies for them.
Yeah, and we've talked before about some of these new technologies in the multifamily space, and obviously that's a big part of Notifii's business. What's new and exciting going on at Notifii?
2019 will be an exciting year for us as we'll be adding additional features to streamline our two products, such as OCR capability and a kiosk mode to the Notifii Track app. We'll be offering a branded customizable community app as part of our Notifii Connect product. So those are some stuff that we think will help to streamline and make the life of the property manager and staff be more efficient in staying connected and keeping their residents in the know.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, On.
Oh, thank you very much, Nick, for having us and me here on the call.
And if you'd like more information about On and Notifii, you can check out their website at notifii.com, and that's spelled Notifii.com. And for all things building success, including links to previous episodes, check out mrisoftware.com/building success. And until next time, we will see you later.